vision like an eagle, so I'm leading the blind, seeking to find.
Cole said the clock was ticking. Is it time for the Steelers to pay Le'Veon Bell? The numbers are resounding yes. Over the last 3 years, he ranks second among running backs in yards from scrimmage despite missing more than a dozen games. However, the money has not been there. Time to pay the man, of course. We just answered that question. Take a look at this. This is how much we can break it down, Nicole, to a granular level. Cash per yard. Le'Veon Bell at $453 for every 3 feet. Well off the pace of these other guys in front of him. Pay the man. Many want it to happen. Our Jeremy Fowler covers the Steelers for ESPN and the league at large. Let's start with this guy. Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern to get a long-term deal done. From what you are hearing and those you speak to, how likely is that?
Well, Zubin, it's still likely, but this is going to be a very close call. We're talking about the next 46 hours. They could press up against that 4 p.m. Monday deadline to try to get something done. And people have maintained to me that the Steelers are still confident that they can sign him long-term. That was their plan going into February and March when they did tag him. Nothing has changed in the process to sway them from that. They just don't want to go crazy here. They don't want to overpay. But that $12.1 million number for the franchise tag, that's Bell's leverage. So he doesn't want to sway much from that per year. And why would he? Just consider some of his numbers. I mean, he's looking at nearly 4,800 total yards in the last 3 years. That's second among running backs, and he's missed 13 games. So imagine what he would do if he's healthy. He's 25. He's in his prime. And so he's in a good position. The Steelers feel they're in a good position. Have to meet in the middle. And Zubin, consider this about deadlines. The Steelers love them. Going into regular seasons, they typically have an artificial deadline for players when they won't re-sign them once week 1 starts. So once they kick off, negotiations are over. There have been times in the past that players like Troy Polamalu and others, they've signed them on the plane heading to the game week 1. And so Monday is going to be very eventful.
So the line of demarcation is week 1, as close to week 1 as you can get. The other Bs have gotten paid. Ben and Brown now will wait for Bell. Yep. Also, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, as we tap into your insider role here, Kirk Cousins. A lot of people think this is going to come and pass, no big deal. He'll play again for the franchise tag. But there's also a theory now floating in the NFL about big-time quarterbacks, and maybe one-year deals aren't the worst thing in the world. Explain this theory, because everybody talks about big long-term deals is what you're waiting for.
Right, because you always talk about quarterbacks wanting to get 40, 50 million in guaranteed money, but that's really for 2 to 3 years, and then what do you have after that? You're not so sure. But look at Kirk Cousins. He's an enviable case study right now around the league because he's going on one-year deals. He'll make his $44 million on these franchise tags the last 2 years. Next year, let's say he plays well again, he could be $34 million on that franchise tag, or he can go elsewhere and make a killing. But consider with Andrew Luck last summer. I was speaking to some prominent agents who said, I wish Luck would sign a one-year deal. He would make a killing, $30+ million a year. He could sort of hold the team ransom if that's what he wanted to do. So you have to be a high-level quarterback to do that. But Cousins right now, you'd probably consider him, top 15. Sure. A quality quarterback. If you stay in that top 15, you have all the leverage really every year. You could go like Kevin Durant, LeBron, and those guys do.
Doubt.
Go season to season.
Very, very interesting. That's not something I would have thought about, but it does make a lot of sense.